Any one of you can say the recap of that? What we have learned.
Yes, Mataji. The last Arjuna is accepted Krishna as in the 2.7 sloka as his guru, and he Krishna is replied about the compassionate reply from the 2.8 to Jnana Yoga. Soul is a soul. We are not this body. We are the soul. Soul is the part and parcel of the Krishna, super soul, so Krishna. And the soul is not, we cannot cut and we cannot weapon. And the soul is 1 by 10,000 of hair, tip of the hair, we can measure.
Okay. Next, anyone can continue? Okay. First, in the chapter Gita, he has given us our identity. What is our identity? We are not this body, we are this soul. And he has also given the different characteristics of the soul. Soul cannot be cut, soul cannot be, soul is immeasurable, soul is it's not destructible by wind, sun, or rain, or it cannot be cut into pieces by different astras and shastras, everything. So, after saying everything, think what Krishna has said actually. Krishna said to do your karma kanda, do your prescribed duties as well. Do your prescribed duties. That is the karma kanda. So at that time, what Krishna was saying, as Arjuna was a kshatriya, here he has given that even your identity from 2.11 to 2.30 and from 2.30 to 2.39, and Krishna has given us as the duty, the prescribed duty. What is the prescribed duty? That is the Varnashrama system. In Varnashrama system, Arjuna is presently in Kshatriya Varna. Kshatriya, and he is in the ashrama of Gruhashrama. So, actually, what are the duties of the Kshatriya? What are the duties of the Kshatriya? Kshatriya has to protect, Kshatriya has to fight when it is needed, when the enemies are approaching, so that he can protect his citizens. He has to take care of his citizens in a Varnashrama sense, so that they can also be approaching towards the devotional service. So the main thing, I think the Kshatriya duties were given. It is the Karma Kanda section and the prescribed duties. Is now the section of the soul is the Jnana Kanda, Jnana. And then he has given this Karma Kanda, how you are doing and how you have to do your prescribed duties and you are going to enjoy the fruits. And after that, he has given us the Nishkama Karma Yoga. What is the Nishkama Karma Yoga? You have to do your duties and also you must do it as if you are doing for me. Here for me is for Lord Krishna. So why he is saying for me? Any one of you? And now we are going to start with 2.40 to 2.46 for today's class. See, when you are doing something, when you are doing Nishkama Karma or when you are doing in anything to please Lord Krishna, but to please Lord Govinda, all your senses are also satisfied. Because when you are going to please any human being, they may be pleased or they may not be pleased. Suppose you are giving for a Brahmana, you are going to give him the amount of money that is required for his year time span. So after 1 year, again the Brahmana will come back and he will ask you for charity. If you are going to give clothes to a Brahmana for a span, you are going to give a heap of clothes for a Brahmana so that he can wear for a period of time. After 10 years or 5 years, the period of the cloth is going to deteriorate. So again, he'll come back to you and ask for charity. So in this way, whatever you are going to give to a Brahmana, in whichever way it may be, because at that time they used to give different types of cows, gold, and other things also. Only everything that will be having the time span. If you are going to give a cow, it may be having a time span of 30 to 40 years. After 30 to 40 years, again the Brahmana have to come for charity. Or if a cow is going to have its calves, he'll be good running for that. So in this way, different things. So if there are any different types of anywhere also, if you are going to sponsor it by money, if you are going to give them jewelers or anything in charity also, after a period of time, there is an expiry limit. So they have to come back again. So, but what you can give, nobody is satisfied from us. But when you are offering food to a Brahmana to eat on that day, they'll eat to their neck level or the brim of your neck. So they'll be satisfied. If you are going to please him with many of the food items, also he'll say that my tummy is full, so I'm not satisfied. So in whichever the charities you are going to give, they will say that when you are giving food or when you are doing anadhanam, it is the greatest or greatest in charity. So that the person who is taking the food, he'll get the satisfaction that I have completed. So for today, I don't need to eat anything. But if you are going to give him jewelers or sari or a heap of clothes, or if you are going to give him many cows or anything also, after a period of time, he won't be satisfied. He will be coming back. At that period or at that moment, they may be satisfied. So in this way also, when you are doing your nishkama karma, nishkama karma is you have to do your duty when you are doing it as for pleasing of Govinda. If you are pleasing your Govinda, so all your senses are engaged in that point of work. And when Govinda is pleased, all your senses are also pleased. So in 2.440, Krishna is saying that in this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution. A little advancement in the path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. What is the most danger of fear we are having in this material world?
Our job will
Anyone
go.
of you?
Our job will go. Uncertainty in the life.
Uncertainly. Okay, that is not the most dangerous type of fear, I'm saying.
Death maybe. Maybe death. Maybe
Yeah,
death.
at the death, you are going to lose everything. Whatever may be your positions, whatever may be your income, everything, or your closest relatives, your closest attachments, different things, your emotions, your intelligence, everything is going to be lost. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because that is the most dangerous fear. We are healthy in this body. So by this healthy, I don't want to have any type of enjoyment. So I wanted to die now. Is it possible? Just be an interactive section. Is it possible we can die?
No, Mataji, no.
Why?
But
See, I'm in a healthy body. I don't have any attachment means to my family or anything. Think I'm very free. So please, God, take me, eat me. Will God take me?
but
No,
God will not take Mataji. But nowadays the guys they are doing suicide. I
No,
don't
no.
know.
That is also why
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are.
they are doing suicide. That because it is suicide is nothing but they are going to finish this body. When this body is useful, also they are going to finish it. Yeah, at time of death, when your body becomes useless, when your body becomes useless and your soul can't stay in this body, then death is inevitable. That is the most dangerous type of fear what we are having. Chawa, that is somebody has died. That fraction of moment, no, what will happen if I die? What will happen to my family? If you are not there, your family will succeed. It's nothing that
Yes,
your family won't run.
correct.
But attachment is there, no? So the most danger type of is our fear. Bayam. We'll be fearing for everything. You see, suppose as one of the Prabhu said, no uncertainty in life. Uncertainty in life means you may be changing of your jobs, or you may you may be going for wealth for a lot of things and other things. But you will be having little bit fear. I can do or I can't do. See, when you are going to take a turn, which side it is best for you, you'll see and you'll do it. If you are not having that surety, you have to take a help of your seniors or the guru. So he will guide you because he has seen already the truth. Same in this way also, in Nishkama Karma, you are doing your prescribed activities, but you are not going to take its fruits. And also, you won't be doing it just like a job. You'll be doing it with best of your abilities, with attention, with concentration, with all the things. Because I'm doing this nishkama karma, I won't be getting fruit, so I can leave it just like this. Whatever I can do, I can do. No, it's not like that. You have to do your prescribed duties as per your dharma. And other things, you don't want to expect the fruits. If the fruits are good enough, you'll be happy. If the fruits are not good enough, then also you have to be happy. That is the situation of Nishkama Karma. So, here Krishna is also saying us that yes, how we can be doing. See, why we are having this type of you'll be feeling no, if I have done this correct, it would have been the better way of my life. I have done that mistake. That's what this situation I'm having. Have you thought about anything like that?
Yes,
Yes, Mata.
many times.
Many times. Why? Because we are attached to that. Because when we are attached to some type of results and we are not getting it, then what will happen? Then we'll find that is misery. Because we are attached to that root. Just like we are attached to that root of misery, so our desire is also a root cause of sin. Will you agree or not?
Yes, Mata.
Yes, Mata.
See, just as we are attached to the root of misery, so our desire, on that day, if I have done that correctly, on that day, if I had not repented it, and if on that day I have spoken it very boldly to them, then today I won't be facing this conferences. I won't be facing today. But I have not done that day, so I'm doing this. This is the desire that is the root of sin. That day is over. So leave it off. And today, what you have to do, you have to take care of today. But how our mind will be? It will be attached. That is the desire. That is the root of our sin, what we are doing. In this way, we have to see that what is the root cause of our sin? I gave you the answer.
Desire.
Desires.
Desire. Desire is the root cause of our sin. See, suppose if you are going, suppose for example, if you take a judge is there, a judge is going to pass a death sentence. He had given many death sentences to many of his culprit and executing hanging of them. Do they acquire sin?
According no, Mataji, he is doing his duty.
But he is also giving the sentence of life death sentence. No, he is a human being. He can't give death sentence to other. Just think it carefully. Does he acquire sin or not? Any of you? What you have said is correct only, Murli Prabhu. See, he doesn't acquire any sin because he is doing it as a duty. When we do something as a duty, then we don't have any type of sins. Means it is a part. Why I'm saying it as a part of our duty? Because it is not giving me any type of personal gain. See, as a judge, I'm sitting in a court and I'm giving a death sentence for the culprits because they have done something wrong. So I'm giving them the punishment. But I'm not doing for my personal gain. When I'm not doing for my personal gain, I don't get any type of sins. So this is is it desirous action or non-desirous action?
It is non-desirous action.
Non-desirous. When it is non-desirous action, the result is sin or not?
This is not sin.
Not sin.
It is not sin because it is my duty. I'm doing it. If I desire of it, but I'm not having any type of personal gain in it. When you are having any personal gain in it, what will happen? It comes under karma kanda, or you are doing it as karma yoga section. Here you are not going to take any type of sin. So here also we can see that. See, suppose for example, one more example I'll give you so that it will be very clear. See, sometimes doctor performs surgery. Yeah. At the time of surgeries or at the time of some operations, the patient is going to have anesthesia. Why they'll be giving anesthesia? So that the human body of a patient doesn't feel any type of pain at that time of surgery. But we can, when doctor is doing it, if the patient is dead, so the sin will come to the doctor.
No, Mataji.
No, ma.
Mataji. They are
Because the
doing,
doctor
they are
is
doing their
doing
duty.
as a duty.
Yes, yes.
But the anesthesia which is given to the man to perform, if if the anesthesia or something went wrong and the doctor and the patient failed, fragile. So, but the doctor is not sinful. Why? Because he has performed his duty. It is not benefiting the doctor personally. It might be benefiting the patient. By giving anesthesia without the feeling of the pain, he is going to have a surgery. So it is very relief to the patient. But for the doctor, is it giving any personal pain? It's not giving. So these are that. Means here the desire is desirelessness of the doctor. Yes, desireless action is just like anesthesia given to the patient. So this is not the sin. So in this way, here also Lord proceeds to describe us the philosophy of Bhagavad Dharma or desireless action, which is uncontaminated by sin. Why it is uncontaminated by sin? Because it is your dharma, what you have to follow. So you are doing it as per your duty. So there is no type of desireless action because there is no sin. So the answer, if I'm going to kill the lot of soldiers, I'm going to get sin, no? This is cleared. This is given in this sloka. Okay, today we'll be reading from 2.4 to 2.46. Any one of you can read the translations.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
2.40.
Krishna.
In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Text 41. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Gurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branching. Text 42 to 43. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. Text 44. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Text 45. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes, be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. Text 46. All purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. Text 47. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. Text 48.
Enough, Prabhuji. Enough, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So here what is the practical application what we have to follow is when one's consciousness is determined, the bondage of activity, not the activity itself. Means here the attachment. What is the attachment? What we are going to do? That attachment must be removed. Then we can do our Nishkama Karma Yoga. And when we are doing it in the Nishkama Karma Yoga, now we don't have to do anything differently. Whatever we are doing that only. So now we are going to see with the Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. These three are one and the same. If you are not using your intelligence, it doesn't come as yoga. If you are keeping your intelligence and you are doing Nishkama Karma, then it is called Nishkama Karma. Without using your intelligence, you can't do Bhakti Yoga. So the Buddhi Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, three are in one sense. But it differs in whichever the context you are using. So now we'll be seeing the characteristics of Buddhi Yoga. See, in the characteristics of Buddhi Yoga means Buddhi Yoga is a transcendental quality of work that we perform. This fulfills the following. What are the following? That is, we have to work in Krishna consciousness. Means how to work in Krishna consciousness. How we can work? That is in full bliss and knowledge. You will be very happy. You will be having lot of knowledge. So with that knowledge, when you are going to satisfy Lord Krishna with all the criteria, when the Lord is satisfied, however, maybe the work may be very difficult. However, the work may be under different principles of yoga. However, the work what we are going to do is having lots and lots of stepping stones also. That will be done very perfectly because you are doing it for pleasing the Lord Govinda. And how you can do it? Because Lord has already revealed all the knowledge what has to be done. So by getting your transcendental engagement, why? Because God has relieved your transcendental knowledge. By using that knowledge, you are going to work for Krishna. So it is automatically, because here the transcendental knowledge is nothing but to understand the Lord. So transcendentally understanding automatically by the grace of Lord. Without the grace of Lord, you are not going to do anything. By the grace of Lord, you are going to understand everything. So at that time, what will be your result in Buddhi Yoga? See, you are going to work in Krishna consciousness. How you are going to work in Krishna consciousness? By using your intelligence. That is Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga to work for Krishna consciousness. How? To satisfy Krishna. For satisfaction of Govinda. At that time, what may be the difference? Because your transcendental knowledge is already, you have revealed. Already God has revealed by His mercy the transcendental knowledge. So what is the result you are going to get? God has given.
We'll go liberation.
Yeah, we'll be getting complete liberation. Complete liberation that is very easily achieved. Why? Because mercy of the Lord is already given and your transcendental knowledge is there. So when you are doing any type of words with lots and lots of hurdles also, you are going to complete it with your intelligence and peacefully. That is with bliss and knowledge. So totally you are doing your work completely. So at that time you are attached to the rock, you are not attached. So you are doing your Buddhi Yoga. What will be the result of that? You will be getting complete liberation. So liberation itself is an extra incentive of your knowledge. Because of the knowledge, the transcendental knowledge what we are having. What is the transcendental knowledge what we are having presently? Any one of you?
We know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are not.
Yes.
We are the souls. We are not this body.
We are the parts and parcels of Krishna and we are having an eternal relationship with Krishna. This is the Jnana. So now how we are going to do? So when we are doing in Bhakti Yoga, any type of work that is a highly transcendental quality of work. Highly transcendental quality of work is to whom it is benefiting. It is, I don't want to have any type of benefits. It is my duty, so I'm doing it. So who it is benefiting without having any expectation? I don't need anything. Means without any expectation of sense gratification. I need only to please the Lord Krishna. So I'm doing with this high transcendental because already the knowledge is revealed by the grace of Lord. So in this way, if you are going to follow, there is no diminution on the path because Buddhi Yoga is a permanent effect. It is a permanent. How we can say that it is a permanent effect? I have given you the everybody. Can you remember the Ajamila pastime?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone of you, Mani Prabhu?
Forget Mataji, sorry.
You remember Ajamila pastime?
But I know, but little bit, you will give the story, I will tell what I don't know. Forget.
Okay, okay. Ajamila was a Brahmana by birth, and he used to be from Kanju in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, and he was born in a Vaishnava Brahmana family. He was raised by nice father and mother, and he was married at the age of 18 or 17 or something, and he was having a nice wife. And one day he went to the forest to collect all the paraphernalia in the forest because at that time no, they used to do different sacrifices to please different demigods and like that. So at that time, this fellow also went to forest because as a Brahmana, they were not having many funds. So he used to go to the forest to collect different type of paraphernalia because in the forest everything is free. Just you have to go and search it and you can take it. So at that time, when this Brahmana was going for the paraphernalia, he saw the scene that he must not have seen. One of the prostitute was playing with some guy. Okay, okay. At that time, he has seen that scene, and he immediately took a different paraphernalia, and he came back to the home, and he has done all the sacrifices. But he was having attachment towards the scene of the prostitute. He was as the prostitute was alluring the other person. So in this way, he was every time he was doing the sacrifice, and he was in the home and everything, but he was having that attachment. He was luring that scene in repeatedly. If you are going to see anything thing, what will happen? You will be becoming attached to that. At the time of being, he was attached to that prostitute. So after a few days, he got little bit attached to the prostitute, and he brought the prostitute home as a servant to his wife and mother. And after that, immediately he was having regularly meeting her, and he was in regular discussion. He got even more attachment because daily seeing and daily hearing everything. So he got me even more. At that time, once he went to the prostitute and he asked, no, I want to have you as my wife. So at that time, prostitute said, you were born in your family of Brahmana, and you are having wife and other things. I can't do. So at that time, at time he felt little bit amorous. And later, what happened? No, he sent all the kicked off his parents and his wife, and he started living with the prostitute. And after when it was known, because at that time Brahmanas were having Brahmanas community, Kshatriyas community, and it was depend upon Varnashrama system. So in the Brahmana community, when they got the news that this fellow was living with the prostitute, they immediately discarded this fellow. So the prostitute and this fellow alone have to go and stay in the forest, and he was having lot of trouble because when he was going to stay in the forest, you won't be getting any type of penny or any type of anything from different things because he was a Brahmana. He used to go and do some sacrifices or anything. So he used to get net or he used to beg the alms. But here in the forest, nothing. So he was having a suffering for his livelihood. So at that time, what happened in the forest when the people were moving from here and there, he used to harass the people, and he used to harass them, and he used to steal everything, and he used to take it. Take, and he used to buy non-veg everything, and he used to kill different animals, and in this way all the sins he got. and the prostitute gave birth to many people, many of the children, and some of the children died. And still at the age of 82 also he was having with his prostitute, and the prostitute was there, and he was doing all type of because there were association with a non-devotee. What will happen? All the different gambling was there, the cheating, killing of animals, everything, all the sinful activities whatever must be not be done, have been done by this Ajamila. And at last to by different association of different little people who were firstly associated, no, they said that for the last son you just name him Narayana. So at the time when he was just at the deathbed, the child was nearly 3 to 4 years old, but at that time, no, this fellow started, because the last normally the action from the parents will be there for the first, and the last kids will be little bit more. So this last child was named Narayana, and whatever he used to bring first, he used to feed that Narayana. Na, you lead, you lead. So in that way, at the time of deathbed, at the age of 82 years, 88 years, sorry. He was at the 88 year. At that time in the deathbed, he immediately, while seeing the at the deathbed, when he has seen this Yamadutas, Yamadutans were in different furious form and their form. So he got frightened seeing that Yamadutas, and he just started calling Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. So Narayana. So when he called this 3 times without, because he was calling actually his son Narayana, but God has taken he's calling him. So Narayana, the four Vishnu Dutas appeared, and at that time Yamadutas and Vishnu Dutas, they were having the conversation. Yamaduta said that this is a he's very sinful soul, so we had to take this to Yamapuri. And at that time the Vishnu Duta said that he had at the last brim of his death, he was calling Narayana, so all his sins were vanished, so we have to take him. So at that time, when he was hearing the conversation between Yamadutas and Vishnu Dutas, thus immediately this Ajamila wanted to speak to Vishnu Dutas. So when he was going to open his mouth, the Vishnu Dutas left, and when the Vishnu Dutas left, these Yamadutas also left from this. So after he woke up, he saw that he has degraded himself, so he went into Narayana Ashrama, Badrinath Narayana Ashrama, and he went there, and he served different Vaishnavas, and he prayed for Lord Vishnu for all his sins. And at that time, at the end of Ajamila, again the Vaikunta plane came, and in that Vaikunta plane, the Ajamila soul left to Vaikunta. So this is the moment. Why? Because if he has done, why here the story came, no? Because of his Nishkama Karma. Why Nishkama Karma? At the end of the deathbed, he called the name Narayana, because he has cultivated this Narayana Shabda for his whole. At the time from the birth to 19 years, he has done different sacrifices, and in the Brahmana culture, he has done so many of the sacrifices, so he was attached to that name. So he has called indirectly his son, but the God has taken, he has called and his name. So he has given the second chance, and he was elevated to Vaikunta. Here also by the association of the name, the chanting of the name, or by the association, because when he was in the Brahmana association, he was a top and he was a gem. When he fell down. Again, by the time of the association with the name of the Lord, he again got the association of the Vaishnavas and other things, and he went back to. So, in this, when we are doing this Nishkama Karma, what will happen? By doing this Nishkama Karma only one will be going to, will be having, because in this endeavor there is no loss. If you are going on the path of bhakti yoga, what will happen? No, some people will say, and so if I'm going on this bhakti yoga, if I can't be perfected in this life, so I'll be fall down. No, na gar ka rahunga, na ghat ka rahunga. I can't go that way, or I can't come this way. So what will happen to me? So this will be your second question. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So at that time, Krishna again answers that whichever the path. See, if you are going to take the path, because it doesn't have any type, because God has given us the simple and the straightforward. That is what is the religious practice of Kali Yuga Dharma. That is Nama Sankirtana. If you are taking the Nama and you are going to do it, it gives us unlimited effects. It will yield great results because that is actually given by the Lord. And by what we are reading Bhagavad Gita, that are the orders of the Lord, that are the rules and regulations of the God. So when you are going to read that, it be going to have greater results. You may not know, but it may be. See, for example, if you take Sudama, what Sudama has done? Sudama is a poor Brahmana, and he was a friend of Lord Krishna. But at that time where Sudama wasn't very much in poverty, still at the time of poverty also, he went to meet his friend Krishna. At that time, he was suffering from poverty like anything. He was not having any type of grains to feed his children or anything because of his conditions. So at that time, his wife just pleased him and said that, why can't you go and meet Krishna so that our poverty may be little rise. If we don't have anything to eat, if our children are going to be safe and sound, that's enough. So at that time, Sudama told, I'm not having any gift to take to Krishna. Then what I have to do? So at that time, the wife of Sudama, she went to different 2-3 houses and she baked a handful of flaked rice, unflattened rice, and she gave, that is the beaten rice. The beaten rice, he just folded it in one of his clothes, and he said that you, after going there, you just give it. And when Sudama walked for nearly 15 fortnight of that, and after that, when he reached this Dwaraka, and at Dwaraka also, he was not allowed to go and see, because in Dwaraka, Krishna was staying in Rukmini Devi's palace at that time. So Rukmini Devi palace was such that even if some Brahmana wanted to come for charity, even the doorkeepers, they were ready to give them charity, and they used to send them different Brahmanas, because the Brahmanas may be any people, they will be coming from different regions, so everybody cannot be going and meeting Rukmini Devi. So they were in that position. So by seeing the Sudama looks and other things, no, they thought you want to come, you wanted charity, so we are here to give you. Then Sudama said, I don't need any type of charity, I just came here to meet my friend. So you are looking just like a Brahmana who is in very much poverty. How can you be the friend of Krishna? So you can't be a friend of Krishna. So they don't wanted Sudama to enter the gate of that. So from the gate only, Sudama started calling Krishna by his name, Krishna, Krishna. At that time, when the sound entered the ears of Krishna, Krishna's not my friend came. So he left everything, and he came running towards the main gate. At the main gate, what happened? Sudama was going back. At that time, he went and he called Sudama. So he came and he directly hugged Sudama like anything. And after hugging him, after speaking to him, he has taken Sudama to his actual palace. In the palace, you'll be having many rooms, not to take to the personal room. At that time, Sudama was taken to the personal room of Lord Krishna, and he sat at the personal chair of Krishna, and Krishna has washed his feet, everything, and he has given the path puja, and he has given food and other things. At that time, then Krishna asked, what you have brought for me? Sudama, seeing the opulences of Krishna, Ishna, everything is very opulently, because it is a palace of the king. So he thought that seeing this opulences, how can I give only the beaten rice for Krishna? So he said he was reluctantly to give that. So at that time, what happened? No, Krishna dragged from his hand. So he got only hand moros of beaten rice. So he took that beaten rice and he ate that. In the next, he wanted to take other morsel of rice. At that time, Rukmini came and Rukmini told, it's enough. So see, there may be many types. Means it is only the mind, the purity of the mind. or the purity of the spirit and the devotion behind our simple offering. If you are going to offer much more also, it's not like that. Only a simple offering that was given by the purity and the devotional to the Lord. It resultant. It is not for the quality what we are going to give. It is for the endeavor what we are going to do for Krishna. That matters. If endeavor, normally what we'll do in general class, if a student is there, he is going to study for the whole year, he is going to fast. Some people will be there in the last time single day batting, and some people will be there, they will be doing every time, but the effect is one and the same. But here, when it comes to our devotional service, it's not that. At what is the endeavor, which endeavor you're going to into satisfy Krishna, that matters. It is not that if you are going to have many things so that you can give Krishna a lavish meal and other thing. You can do it, but the endeavor what you are doing in that Krishna favors a lot. See, if a single piece of currency is there, it is bearing a seal of government, it is valuable. Then a value when a heap of ordinary papers, if ordinary papers are there and one single currency is there, what's the value? If we are going to ask someone to take whichever he wants, he'll take the currency note. He doesn't take the ordinary papers, no, because the value is for the currency note. So here also, even if we are having little bearing. Here what and why I'm saying this currency note, no, because we can easily understand. See, even little deeds bearing the stamps of devotion. There, the stamp of currency I told. Here we have to see that the stamp of devotion is more fruitful than the scores that are performed without it. Without devotion, if you are going to do, it is just like an empty pieces of paper, ordinary heaps of paper. If we are going to do it with pure devotion, it is just like the stamp note that is issued by the government. So, in this way, if you are going to do with a little bit endeavor, by using your buddhi yoga, you are going to do this as nishkama karma yoga. You may be having lots of benefits with knowing or without knowing also, you may be yielding more benefits. And one more example is there for this is Bharat Maharaj 3 lives. I think so, I have said this story, I think so. Hare Krishna. Anyone of you remembers this Bharat Maharaj 3 life story?
Forgotten, ma'am.
Okay. The story of the Bharat Maharaj is, this is the Bharat Vansha, the name Bharat Maharaj, from the name of Bharat Maharaj only, this Bharat Vansha came to be made. So he was a very righteous king. He was the Chakravarti of this Bhumandala. And after reaching the Varnashrama age, he has given all his belongings, all his positions, everything to his sons, and all the kingdom, everything to them. And he went to a secluded place to live in the hermitage and to follow the devotional path. So what happened? No, he was doing little bit of, because he was a he is a king, and he has already studied the scriptures and everything being king. So what happened? No, he went to the secluded place. He was doing different types of sacrifices, and that was his original duty. In the morning, he used to go to the take bath, and he used to bring little bit of sacrifices. He used to do sacrifices, and whatever the sacrifices that are offered to the Lord, he used to have his meal, and this was his naturally going on. So what happened? No, when he was in a hermitage, when he was living in like that, one day what happened? No, because the hermitage is built nearby the river. Because nearby the river means every time for water, the water is the main source of living. So nearby the river. So when he went to drink water from the river, he saw that one of the a pregnant deer was there. Pregnant deer was coming to drink the milk, and the back of the deer, the tiger was hunting the deer to have it as food. So in great what we'll say, in the great distress, no, this deer jumped into the water and it gave birth to the baby calf, and the deer immediately died on that spot. And this calf, no, if no, in the stream of water, it came down. So by taking the pitiful fullness of that calf, this Bharat Maharaj, he took the calf and he fed the calf with little bit of water and little bit of milk or anything. Think so he was taking care of that calf. So what happened? No, he had already given up all his positions of kingdom, gold, different wives, because as a king he used to have many different wives. So he has given up all of them, but still he was attached to this deer. When he was doing sacrifices, the deer was in the hut. So he thought that the deer will be alone, so some of the animals may be coming and eating it. So wherever he used to carry the deer on his neck, and he used to go for to collect different paraphernalia and other thing. While doing different sacrifices, also his mind was thinking about the deer only, because something he may be eating. So he brought that deer very dearly, and he was raising that deer as if it is his own son. Because normally a father will be attached to his son more. So in the same way, here this Bharat Maharaj was also having this calf as his own son, and he was very much attached. If some way he's going, he used to carry that calf, because it was very small. He used to carry on his neck, and he used to do different, but doing also different sacrifices. He wanted to feed the calf nicely, and it has to grow nicely. So in this way only, he was directly very much attached to deer. So what happened? No, at the time of death of the Bharat Maharaj, he was very much attached to his deer. He was not attached to his family, not kingdom, nor his son, but he was very much attached to his deer. So yam yam vyapismaran vyaptam Ekam Tatteva. So what happened? No, at the time of death, what you are going to think of that only you're going to get in your next body. So at the time of death, Raj was thinking about the deer. So in the next life, he got the body of a deer. He got the body of a deer. So in that deer also, at that time, in time, because this is the special concession that is given for devotees. See, if because he was thinking about the deer, he got the body of the deer. If he Because that is the non-human human body. As a devotee, if he has to is to because of his sacrifices or anything, if he has to be in that, he has to come in a human body again. But here, what happened? No, devotional service has to be further increased. So the Lord graces him so that he can advance further in devotional service. So he got the body of a deer. After getting the body of the deer here, yeah, the deer also will be having his parents. No, after getting all this, the deer was having the remembrance power, remember of his past life and life, and it's sincerely repentant. What I have done, because because this deer was birthed in Kanjara Mountains. So at that time, what will a deer here, if he is going to have smruti of his past life also, in the deer, what it can do? It can go and do its meditation or like that. It can't do, no. So it was giving that, because it got a form of a deer, he detached from his parents. Dearest will be there, no? He got dearest. And he went, because he is having that Shruti, he went to the association. No? He kept away from the non-devotees association. So he went to the association. And what it has done, the austerity. Because in the Bharat Maharaj was there, he was giving his austerity by doing sacrifices, and he was eating the remnants of the food which is offered to the Lord. So in the deer form, how he can do? The deer has also done his austerity by eating only the dry grass. Dry grass, it doesn't have any type of life. So it was eating that. And also, this deer was very good. He wanted to associate the saintly persons who were living in Pulasasrama. So this deer went to their Pulasasrama intensely because it was in a body of a deer, but he has the smriti and the remembrance. So he went to the saintly people association, and he got all the different spiritual emotions because it got the smriti from the Lord. So this is just like a concession to the devotees. If it is a human body, again remembering everything, he may go back. But austerity cannot be done. So this is that what we think at the time of death, that you are going to get. So again, the dear body, it is only to awaken the repentance, what he has done wrong. If Bharat Maharaj was having the association of devotees, no, he would have not done that wrong. But here he was lacking of association because he was in secluded place. So that is one point. And the deer could not understand. You see, because the deer body, it could not understand the knowledge of scriptures. But it was having an association of devotees, and austerity is done in the deer body. So by this too, again this Bharat Maharaj, after leaving because at the time of death of the deer, the lifespan is very less. It's 5 to 10 years. So this is the special condition for the devotee. So after 10 years, at the time of death, again it was born as a Jada Bharata. And Jada Bharata was born in a Brahmana family, and also he was the youngest of the Brahmana family. So whatever, if somebody is going to speak to him, he doesn't speak anything. He will be every time lazy. Whatever the work that is given by the parents, he is to never do. So after certain age, is the family kicked out this Jadabharata out. So at that time also he used to be just like a fool. He doesn't used to do anything. So what happened? No, when this Jadabharata was acting just a fool, who's one of the members, no, he brought this Jadabharata to sit uh, in the field of rice top, so that no crows are going to eat the paddy. Eat the grains of the paddy, grains of the rice of the paddy field. So at that time he was sitting there. So on the way there was a Raghunath Maharaj was going from that. So one of he was they were the people were carrying Raghunath Maharaj in a palanquin. So one of the palanquin got little bit hurt, and he got to stay there. So these soldiers, no, they went by nearby, so that they found this is Brahmana, and this Brahmana, and he brought to carry the palanquin, because Jadabharta was a sincere soul, and he had got the repentance from the Lord. He doesn't want to hurt even small ants. So when he was carrying that palanquin, no, he was just tilting here and here and there. So all the balance, there was inconvenient to Raghunath Maharaj. So at that time, Raghunath Maharaj said, "What are you doing? Just hold the palanquin." So they hold the palanquin. When Raghunath Maharaj came, and then this Jadabharta started speaking. "You are not the king. The supreme personality of Bhagwan is there. He is the king of everybody. You are only a meager king." At that point of time, when there was a conversion between, at that time he realized that this Jadabharta was a divine saint. So by meeting the divine saint, so that I can have lot of knowledge. So there was a conversation going on. By seeing this, see, by doing our Nishkama Karma Yoga, the benefits are more. Without knowing only, we'll be having lots of benefits. So this was known by this Jadabharata story. And also we can see, that there is no loss. The highest transcendental quality of work is to act in Krishna consciousness for the benefit of Krishna, without having any expectation for sense gratification. That is no negative effects, because we are doing at the time of, we are going to please Lord Govinda. So when Govinda is pleased, everything is going to be in an alignment. So in these actions, when actions are performed without any desire, then it is called a Nishkama Karma. And towards our best of our abilities, perhaps it may be completed. If it is not completed, if it is defective, or if there are any type of missing elements are also there, the yield of result is the steadiness of jnana is already the fruit of it. So this is what we have to know, that when we are doing the highest quality of highest transcendental quality of work, that is the activity of Krishna consciousness for the benefit of Krishna without expectation, eating any type of sense gratification, then this is the highest perfection. In this way, you are not going to have any type of diminutions if you are going in this way. That is the actual thing, what we have to know in Nishkama Karma. And also next we are going to have this Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Ekehan Kurudandana. So, what is the resolute of this purpose? Resolute is that the aim is one. What? By our intelligence, you have to do our you have to work in our Krishna consciousness with best of abilities and best of everything. So, why you need to have Vyavasayatmika Buddhi? Hare Krishna, any one of you? Here the characteristics of Buddhi Yoga are given. That is the resolute determination of Buddhi Yoga. How can that is? But is determination of faith. How we have to have faith? We have to have the faith in Krishna consciousness to elevate us to highest perfection of life. This is called Vyavasayatmika intelligence. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mother.
Yeah, can anyone of you, if you recollect this Vyavasayatmika intelligence, anyone of you can say? Strong faith in Krishna consciousness to elevate one to the highest perfection of life. This is called Vyavasayatmika intelligence or Vyavasayatmika buddhi. The fame, the firm fame. How we have to have firm fame? Because firm fame is very necessary to have some devotional service. How we have to have? Faith is nothing but unflinching trust in something sublime. See, every time when you do something, every time, whatever the work you do, you need to have a firm faith that I can complete the work at the time. I can complete, I can do about it very carefully, and I can complete the task. So without having resolute determination, you can't complete anything. So the whole process, that is the perfect knowledge of soul or beyond the concept of body, this is known as the knowledge of soul. And the knowledge of Vasudeva. The knowledge of Vasudeva is he's the cause of all the causes. Sarvakarana Karana. So, see, if you are going to just take an example, if in a pot there is a little bit plant is there. So the person who are very intelligent, no, they will pour water at at the root of the plant. But some people who are foolish, they will say that no, all the leaves are having mud, so the leaves cannot not do photosynthesis. So I'm going to wash each and every leaf with the water with soap water and anything. So by using the soap water, the leaves can prepare photosynthesis. They can't prepare when you have used soap water. Some people will say that no, the leaves are very dirty, so I need to wash with the water. If you are going to wash the leaves, each and every leaf, it doesn't give you the fruits or flowers. When you are going to water it to the roots, it gives everything. As such, if you are going to eat for your belly, the belly will energize all the parts of your body. So everything is good. When your hands say, no, I'm only doing everything. I don't want to eat. I don't want to feed the belly. Illy, the belly is happily sitting, eating inside, and it is not doing any work. So I don't want to feed that belly. So what will happen in the next moment? You'll feel lethargy and you'll feel very weak. And when all of your parts are working together, your body is fine. The same way, when you are watering the root of the plant, everything is satisfied. If you are going to feed to your belly, everything is satisfied. In this way, when you are having firm faith in Krishna consciousness, only you are going to have you can have a little bit steps forward to Krishna consciousness. That is, if you are having, best way is to serve under the guru. That is because the guru will be knowing the nature of the student. He can guide the student in Krishna consciousness. He can act, the student or the disciple can act firmly in Krishna consciousness. How we have to have lot of faith in Krishna. See, for example, if you take Prahlad Maharaj was there. Prahlad Maharaj, the father of Prahlad Maharaj was Hiranyakashipu. And Prahlad Maharaj was only 5 years old. But within the womb only, he got an association with the Narad Muni, and he heard this Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam from Narayana, from Narada, because Narada is the pure devotee of the Lord. He carries the Narayana in his heart. So he has the association of Narada. So the Prahlad Maharaj, when he was nearly 4 years old, he was sent by Hiranyakashipu to Amaraka and Skanda. At that time, what happened? They were teaching different principles of religious. But after Hiranyakashipu came into existence, he said that all the Brahmanas, no, all the Brahmanas must not do their sacrifices. If they are doing their sacrifices, all the demons, Hiranyakashipu is a demon. So he said that all the demons, they used to pour lot of blood and other things, and they used to kill cows, and they used to put in the sacrifice. So all the sacrifice were stopped, and different types of activities were going on. Different religious activities. At that time when Prahlad was in this, went to Gurukula and Amara and Skanda, they were teaching different things. But Prahlada was having an association of Narada. So he was a devotee of Hari. At that time, no, when once what happened now, after going to the school for a few days, what will happen in the Gurukula, when Prahlad Maharaj came near his ear to his father Hiranyakashipu, when Hiranyakashipu asked him, in what you have learned. So he said that I have learned, but everything is temporary. Who is permanent is only Hari. At that time, Hiranyakashipu got very angry, and he scolded this Amara and Skanda. And Amara and Skanda said that no, we have not teach anything. He got little bit, so we'll take him and we'll teach him again. So they took Prahlad Maharaj, and in the second time when they brought Prahlad Maharaj, they again Prahlad Maharaj said that Hari is the supreme personality. So at that time Hiranyakashipu got very angry and ferocious, and he ordered that Prahlad Maharaj must be thrown from the high cliff mountain, a mountain where the water was flowing in the downward stream. So at that time, all the demon commanders, they have to follow Hiranyakashipu. So they took this Prahlad Maharaj and they just threw him in the cliff. And in the down, because Prahlad Maharaj was having very good faith in Vishnu. The Vishnu appeared, and he just hold the Prahlad Maharaj, and Prahlad Maharaj again went to Hiranyakashipu. Seeing this different in different ways, he wanted Prahlad Maharaj to be dead. But every time he used to Hiranyakashipu wanted to kill Prahlad Maharaj, but due to his unflinching faith in Hari, every time Prahlad Maharaj he used to be a winner. If it is in the fire, if it is in the by the storms of the great storms of elephant or different things, since Prahlad Maharaj didn't even feared anything. So after that, what happened? No, when Hiranyakashipu was saying that God is everywhere. He's not only in my heart, He's also in your heart and everywhere. So at that time, Hiranyakashipu told that just showing this pillar. So he has broken with that mace, and the Hiranyakashipu was having different bones from Brahma. So the Lord appeared as Narsingadev, and he killed according to the rules of Brahma and Emma, and he was given. And when Prahlada was sent near Narsimha and he was offering his prayers, yes, when Narsimha's Swami was having then he asked Prahlad, what are the boon you want? At that time, Prahlad told that I want my father moksha. Then he said that when I have touched him only, he got liberated. So nothing. You are having such an unflinching faith. Why we have to have this Vyavasayatmika Buddhi as such of Prahlad Maharaj, because of lots and lots of struggles only, he was having such a Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. His unflinching faith in Krishna or unflinching faith in Hari. So he was having this resolute determination to do everything perfectly. In our acharyas also, there is one of the acharyas named Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He says that whatever may be, in whatever life I may be very much in a life of animal or in a life of a worm, whichever the state I may be, my mind should be fixed upon you, fixing upon your intelligence. That is fixing upon the orders of determined intelligence of the devotional service. My mind must be me fixed in you, in whichever the state I may be born, in an ad body, any body, but my intelligence must be fixed and only to be fixed in your orders. That is only by the devotional service it can be possible. So this is the thing, Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, what aka Kurunandana, that all our acharyas are also saying that, because we can have it. The best kind of intelligence is we can have this intelligence used as a service in Krishna. If you are having intelligence, you use that intelligence in serving Krishna. How Ambarish Maharaj has used his legs, he used his legs to visit the temple. He used his legs to visit the different pilgrimages. He used his hands to clean the temple, to offer flowers and tulsi to the temple. He used to smell the tulsi. He used to see the deity of Krishna, and he used to remember Krishna. He used to hear about Krishna, and he used to engage all his senses in Krishna consciousness in this way. But we can't do all this as it was done before. But what we can do as per the intent, our intelligence is definitely itly to be fixed, and the intent by spiritual master is just in instructions. What are the spiritual master intents? Just to chant the names of Krishna, remember his activities, perform services at the lotus feet. And these instructions are nothing but the sadhana for the whole life. So this is the Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, the aka Kurunandana. So we have to have this firm nature, firm faith in Krishna, and firm faith that we have to follow it. By simply carrying out the orders of spiritual master, what is our sadhana bhakti we are doing? So we'll be elevated. So some people may have little bit doubts why I have to do, why I have to follow them. See, men who are of having small intelligence, they may be giving for opulences and enjoyment, because they need material opulences, means material positions and material enjoyment and other things. Because in Vedas also they are having given. So some people may be performing different of yajnas, and some people may be doing. If you are going, because Vedas are there, Vedas are given for the worldly benefit of everybody. But when we dive deeper into that, we can get only the truth. What is the truth? That is the Krishna is the supreme person. We have to please Krishna so that all our senses are purified. So Vedas are only for the flowery language. They will be giving us the different tastes of delicious foods, fragrance, and everything. But they may be only up till here. They doesn't give us immorality or anything. So Gita gives us that we have to follow. Who will be not following that? Uh, at that time, Krishna mentions in Vedas to Arjuna that he tells Arjuna to give up all the karma kanda mentality. Karma kanda mentality is to follow the Vedas for different sacrifices and various demigods for temporary fruits, for sun, health, power, wealth, harvest, and other things. But how he's saying? He's saying the higher level. That is the level of Buddhi Yoga. He speaks here. That is fight for appealing the same mentality, but fight for me. For me is here Krishna. So who are the people they will be doing in different types of, that is Jyotirmaya exercises for if they need sons or anything, they will be doing say Putra Kamisti Yagna. Now, like that, they'll be doing. And if they want to go for the heavenly planets like Nandanandana gardens of Svarga and other things, to have the Soma wine or anything, they'll be having for that. Or to have some attractions like like the apsarasas in the heaven, like that also they'll be having different types. First it will be a poison, then it might be a nectar. Because, and also we have to know that this and sense enjoyment and material applications, they're two absolute, that the two obstacles for our determination in devotional service. What is that? Bhoga and Aishwarya. Bhoga and Aishwarya are the two obstacles for our devotional service. How? Because we'll be if we are having lot of money, what we'll be having? We'll be contaminated by the four elements, that is gambling, illegal sex, and different elements. So we'll be having that Bhoga and Aishwarya. Means for our sense enjoyment and the wealth, these two are the main reasons. But why we have to have this Bhoga and Aishwarya? We have to come out of this. How we have to come out? Nothing is more than when a person is there, he thinks that or a person with less intelligence, he likes the flowery language or edges of the Vedas. And what will be the good words? See, if he is going to do some opulences for sense gratification, sense enjoyment, and for opulent life, why his mind is attached, and there is no lack of knowledge. So determination is also not there. Why resolute determination? No devotional service. What are the sense gratification? Wine, woman, power, heavenly planets, good birth. These are all the main things what we have to go. But is it only up till here? In Vedas also you are having Sam Veda, Rik Veda, Yadur Veda, the other one Veda. And also you'll be having Jnana Kanda and Upasana Kanda, Karma Kanda. So in this way, if you are going to do devotional service, or if you are going to do for the worship of Devatas and other things, you will be having less intelligence, because all the fruity activities are only for sense gratification. So these people who are not doing Nishkama Karma, or who are not using their intelligence, they will be doing all types of they are attached to this Vedas and other things, so they can't be raising more than this three modes of nature. Who can be freed from these three modes of nature, and who are freed from these dualities? They will be established in only the Jnana section. That is all the above, mainly above Vedas, three modes of, that is Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and Vedanta. Who can come about this to give up all the dharma, sadhanas of dharma, moksha, and they can take only the shelter of bhakti. If you are not going to take the shelter of bhakti, where will be? You will be in this Janma karma cycle. And also you can also have many types of, because tolerance, because not, you'll be having anxiety to lose establishing ourselves and other things. So Vedas gives you Shruti and Smriti. In Smriti and Smriti also there are many types of things. In that also you maybe not be knowing the Vedantas. So if here he's giving an analogy of a small well and a great reservoir of water. If the great reservoir of water, it can be used for many days, but a small well, it can be used only for a limited period of time. But it can be used rather than the ocean, because it is salty water, you can't be used. In that way only Krishna comes to our planet in many different avatars, different incarnations, so that the highest purpose is resolved. What is the purpose? That is the purpose of self-realization, to know Krishna and what is the relationship between us. And our relationship of Krishna, that is, we are eternal parts and parcels. And the conclusion is that the relationship is the highest perfection. So if we are born in a family of a dog eater, if we are not the best of Aryans also by doing chanting. What is the main thing in Kali Yuga? That is, by doing chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we can achieve the goals that are achieved in Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga. All the goals that are achieved, all the pious things, what we can do with that, we can just take by using this Nama Sankirtana in a movement. Hare Krishna, any doubts up till here? I'll conclude now.